Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day. I know that I say that a lot. I hope that I show it in my videos because I know, again, how precious time is. And I sincerely hope that when you watch me or hear me, that something, I don't know, that it resonates in you or you think about it later on and that somehow it makes things better, or at least thought-provoking, that you just take something in the conversation with you, or that it just hits you later or something. I don't want it to ever, I don't want you guys to ever feel sorry for spending time or that you're wasting your time with me. So I hope that I always do the right thing by you guys. So that being said, you guys sent me Aaron's new foundation, the SPTV Foundation. That is what they've decided to call it, and there's quite a few people on it. And yeah, I'm going to talk to you about it. So I watched the video, and it seems like Aaron made himself president. I get that, and I don't mean that in a funny way. He feels like he was let down and that he was dismissed from the other foundation wrongly. I disagree. I do think public behavior has something to do with the way you represent, and I think he failed at that. That being said, it seems like his behavior, and I'm not moral police, but it seems like he has toned down a little bit. And also, it's when he drinks, and he said that himself, that's when he gets in trouble, that he doesn't seem to get in trouble if he's not drinking. So maybe he's realized that and said it ain't worth it to me. So that being said, he put himself in a position where he's not going to be being able to be put off the board, I guess, because he's made himself president, I would assume. And that's fine. He did this. He came up with all of this. He worked on this. I think, that's fine. He has people like Serge on it. He has his lawyer friend Zach Morgan, which is great because Zach's a lawyer, and by all means, you should have a lawyer on your board. And I think that him and Zach have a decent relationship. Serge is on there. A lot of people, I don't know what it is. Serge was somebody that has escaped trauma and is trying to help the children that are in there now. And also, yes, he wants the people that are held accountable for what happened to him and others to be held accountable for what happened to him and others. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. People do that after a war crime, decades later. The fact that he wants some closure and some accountability in his life because of his traumas and because of other people's traumas, I don't think that that's wrong. Put yourself in his shoes. Jenna Miscavige, that's weird to have a Miscavige as somebody that's going to help you get out of Scientology. I think that's great, though. Good. They have Liz Gale, and I like Liz. I think that people will reach out to her. George LeBlanca, I believe that he's not been a Scientologist, but he's like a fundraiser extraordinaire, says Aaron, that he's really good at fundraising, and so he has a lot of respect for him. Sterling Tompkins, Reese, Relatable Reese is on there. There's a few other people on there as well. I just don't know their names. I think there's a Megan. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. There's a secretary, a treasurer. I don't know their names. I can't comment on them. Yeah, so from my understanding, you could reach out to any one of these members on the board of the SPTV Foundation and speak with them and ask them to help, or you can reach out and tell them that you want to help. So from my understanding, you can reach out and ask any of these people individually for help, or you can reach out to them and help, give them help. donate to them. So that's good. So, like, if somebody didn't want to talk to Jenna, let's just say that the last name, they didn't trust her. So, but they knew Serge, and they thought Serge had good character, even when he was in Scientology, and they reached out to him. They could reach out to him if somebody was friends with Reese and didn't like somebody else. They could reach out to her. So, Aaron's, I think that's great. And I think Aaron's, it's very simple for him. The whole idea, just like he said of the Aftermath Foundation, the whole idea of the SPTV Foundation is it is there to raise money, and it is there to raise money for people that are trying to leave Scientology and or I guess have any kind of PTSD from it and need any kind of help. It's much more broad in what it's willing to do for survivors of Scientology and escapees of Scientology. And I think that that's wonderful. So the idea of the foundation is that they get money and they give money. They give money where it's needed for that, and they get money for that. So that's what Aaron has always said, and as long as it does that, everything's great with him. And, he's already taken in money, he said, and he's already given money, he said, and I believe that. I believe that. Here's the thing, he's absolutely right when he says the only people that really know about leaving Scientology and that there are people to help them leave Scientology is social media, YouTube. And that's why he wanted people on the board, because they have channels on YouTube where people can reach out directly to them and know what they're talking about, where they're coming from, and all of that. And I agree with that. And I think that it's going to be very successful. The Aftermath Foundation can't be too happy about this, because I do believe that the SPTV Foundation is going to make more money. Not just because there's going to be more people and there's more of a reach and more of an understanding, because you got to remember, Leah Remini from Aftermath and Scientology and the Aftermath, not that she plugs the Aftermath Foundation, but Mike Rinder is her sidekick on that. And, so he does, because he's the board member of the Aftermath Foundation. So they can't be too happy about this, because it's not going to make them look too good. And they're in a PR crisis right now, because they're only willing to apologize or recognize. They're only willing to recognize the things that they're comfortable recognizing, and not acknowledging anything else that makes them uncomfortable. And now that's coming to really bite them in the behind, because popularity is what's going to keep these foundations going, and sincerity. And I just think that they're in a PR crisis right now, the Aftermath Foundation. So I don't know what's going to be with so many people that are friendly on a board together. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. A lot of times when you get friends together in businesses, sometimes that doesn't work out too well, but let's not jump over that bridge until we get there. It might all be great. Yeah, so Mike, Mark, and Claire are really willing only to acknowledge and admit to the things that they're comfortable with. It's kind of like someone who's a multimillionaire and they give a couple $100 there and say, I gave. Is that enough for you? Because I really do think that Mike, Mark, and Claire, especially Mike and Claire, know so much more and can offer so much more for the people that are asking for the closure and the explanations of what happened. And if you can't help somebody mentally or emotionally, and you can't be honest about that, or they feel that you're not being honest about that, because you've left a lot of gray areas that you're not willing to color in, then I think that it's really hard for them to trust you as far as asking for money and help. And I think that's understandable. Guys, like always, we give 10% of the revenue of the ads from YouTube, and we'll give 10% to the SPTV Foundation. And I think, you know, listen, I think if I give 10% to every single thing, that there's not going to be any kind of substantial amount of anything. So I think what we'll do is we'll break down, we will give 10% of each video, but we'll probably have 4 or 6 different organizations that we will give to, for children, for mental health, for Scientology. We'll probably, if you guys want, we can give it all to the 10% all to the SPTV Foundation, and we can do that with anybody you want on board. We can come out with a vote and stuff. I am going to see my accountant on the 13th of May, but I'm pretty sure, to me, it makes sense that, you know, I'd like to give something that's substantial, so we should probably pick 4 or 6 different foundations or organizations that we can give to. One of them, definitely, I want it to be the missing and exploited children. Something for mental health. Guys, maybe you can help with that at some point. Anyway, let's just wish the best for the SPTV Foundation. What do you think of the title? I get it. Hey, listen, as long as they do the right thing, I'm right there with them. Kudos to them, and we will help them. All right, guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Thank you guys for sending me this. A few of you sent me this. And you guys take care. I'll see you soon. Don't forget, be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you're going to be tomorrow. And always be you. Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, guys.